In this topic, we will look at how to set up your employees for ACA reporting. You can access the screens to do this setup in two ways, either from Employee Maintenance, there is an ACA button on the Employee Maintenance screen, or from ACA Employee Maintenance, where you can look up the employee. So, either Payroll, ACA, ACA Employee Maintenance, and select the employee number from the lookup, or Payroll, Main, Employee Maintenance, select the employee number, and click the ACA button. Both of these methods will lead you to the ACA Employee Maintenance screen. Use this ACA Employee Maintenance screen to enter information that will appear on Form 1095-C. The 1095 electronic consent sign can be viewed only. If you need to select this checkbox, go to Employee Maintenance, click on the Wages tab, and click the Tax Status button. Next, if the employee was enrolled in employee-sponsored, self-insured health and coverage offered by your company during any part of the calendar year, select Provided Employer Self-Insured Coverage. Selecting this checkbox will enable the Covered Individuals button, where you will be able to enter additional information for each covered individual. We will look at the Covered Individuals screen in a minute. Be sure to clear this checkbox if the employee was not enrolled in employee-sponsored self-insured health coverage offered by your company. After you've completed this window, click the Monthly Details button, and you will see this screen. Fill out the information for each calendar month. Offer of coverage. Select the applicable code for the type of coverage offered to employees from the lookup. The codes for employee offer and coverage populate into Form 1095-C, Part 2, Line 14, Code Series Number 1. Employee share of lowest cost. Enter the employee share of the lowest cost monthly premium for self-only minimum essential coverage, providing minimum value that is offered to the employee. Enter the amount including any cents. If the employee is not required to contribute toward the premium, enter 0.00. And if you need to access the calculator, you can press F2 to open it up. Applicable Section 4980H, Safe Harbor. Select the applicable Safe Harbor code from the lookup. Now, if the employee's information is the same for every month, enter the information in the first row and then click the Copy to Remaining Rows button. When you've completed the screen, click Accept. So if you did click the Covered Individuals button, you will see this window. Use this window to enter information for employees and their dependents who were enrolled in employee-sponsored, self-insured health coverage offered by your company during any part of the calendar year. This information will appear on 1095-C. Enter the full name, Social Security number, date of birth, and select the applicable calendar months that each individual was covered, including the employee. If the individual does not have a Social Security number, enter his or her date of birth in the date of birth field. The Covered All Months checkbox. Select this checkbox if the individual was covered for at least one day in every month of the year. Otherwise, clear this checkbox. So then there are the individual months checkboxes. If the individual is not covered at least one day in every month of the year, select the checkbox for each applicable month in which he or she was covered. Clear the checkbox for any month that they were not covered. Now let's look at this example. Jerry, the employee, was covered all year, and he married Gina on February 6th, so she is covered from February through December. They had a baby in November called Brian, who is covered from November through December. Now finally, if you have seasonal employees, you need to be sure to identify the employees as such. So on Employee Maintenance, select if the employee works on a seasonal basis. When printing the ACA Applicable Large Employer Report, you can specify whether to include information for seasonal employees. For additional ACA resources, refer to the IRS website, the ACA Center on Sage City. For Sage 100 specific knowledge base articles, log on to the Sage portal as indicated, and also check the Year-End Center on Sage City.